Okay, I know on television it's Hanukkah, but actually it's a Hebrew word, okay, that starts with a chet, and it is a Hanukkah is Hebrew for dedication, refers to the dedication of the temple, or the rededication of the temple, and we're going to be talking about that in a little while. So it is it's a peoplehood festival. It's not one of the required or commanded holidays in Leviticus 23 that Jewish people are supposed to celebrate throughout their generations. We're going to talk about all of that in a short while. But it has to do with a cultural holiday, largely. Now, up until about 150 years ago, this was a very minor holiday in Jewish culture. But, there was Christmas, and it's a really big deal, and it's the predominant cultural holiday, and Jewish kids were not getting presents. So their Christian friends were all getting gifts, and they were not. So what arose was that Jewish kids should get presents, and that they too would have a holiday. So the ascendancy of Hanukkah largely had to do culturally with being in a diaspora culture, a Christian culture. Now this has been traditionally a problem for Jewish people. And it was kind of in reaction to the predominance of the Christian holiday that Hanukkah became a bigger deal than what it had been in centuries previously, although it had always been celebrated. It was a problem. And I'm going to share with you what a problem it was for this Jewish kid. And that is, I'm going to tell you, when I was a boy, I asked to go to Hebrew school at age 8 years old. I was the only one. None of my friends went, but I asked my parents to go. So I was getting my training, and I guess it was going to come in handy later. But I just didn't like Christmas. I didn't like hearing the Christmas carols. But on the radio, every channel was filled with Christmas carols, and this was a problem. They were abhorrent to me. I just, couldn't stand them. So for about 2 weeks, I just quit listening to the radio, and whenever the Christmas carols were sung, I would divert my attention. I just couldn't stand hearing them. This carried over into my grammar school class. In our grammar school class, we had 37 children in the class, and 35 of them were Jewish. So, being the rebellious little kid that I was, I told the teacher that I didn't want to sing the Christmas carols. Okay. So she argued with me a little bit, but she let it alone, and so I didn't have to sing the Christmas carols. Well, it turned out that the other kids in the class also didn't want to sing Christmas carols because they come from a Jewish background in a Jewish neighborhood, right? And yet we were required to do this. It didn't take long before the other kids in the class agreed with Paul and also did not want to sing the Christmas carols. So, after not that long a time, none of the other kids in the class would sing the Christmas carols, and that left only 2 Gentiles in the class to sing the Christmas carols. The teacher, they conferred with the principal and the vice principal. The vice principal got after my parents, who pressured me to sing the Christmas carols, and I wasn't doing it. What a cute little kid. So now what happens is the teacher says, all right, we're all going to line up against the wall, and we're going to go down around the tree, and we're going to sing the Christmas carols. All but Paul. Paul cannot go down there and sing the Christmas carols with the rest of us. So then some kid says, I want to stay up here with Paul. And soon there was no line to go down for our class to sing the Christmas carols. Word spread to the other grades. And this became a whole school-wide thing. But to show you the extent to which this is abhorrent to Jewish people. And so the reaction formation was to increase Hanukkah during the last 100 to 150 years. So, but we're so glad that members of the community, of the Christian community, are here and want to enjoy Hanukkah along with the celebration with the Jewish community. It shows an interest in Jewish things. And this is so pleasantly received by the Jewish community. And it's interesting that Christians today, evangelical, born-again Christians, want to learn more about the Jewish heritage. It's gratifying. It's an indication that something new is happening. Something new is happening. So thank you all for coming, Jews and Gentiles alike. Thank you.